They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard
line. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check four.
Run left. Mark that. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Hey, 0. 35.
It's been a long day for you.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now Lewis. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
A second down run with Lewis. And he'll get this one down to about the...
Ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Ready.
Spike 56.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's get off the field, D.
Look at me. Go. Be driven.
On first down, Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Looking to throw. Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Let's go, D. Check 45.
Go down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Double dog. That's the way.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
On first down, it's Scott. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
14.
Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. To throw is Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
One left. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 58, come on. You ready? Let's go, baby. Good side.
There's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Move 15. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't. One left. Touch 50. Friday.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Watch the run. Ready?
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the alert. Sponge. No. Check 45.
Got it.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, alert 3.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Let's go,
At their own 11-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
All day, baby, all day.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
I got you. 45. Gun. 45. Hey, watch the leg.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. Scott. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
45. Mike, 45.
In your face.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson got an open man. It's Scott. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Ready? 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Snap.
To throw again. Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Go. Kill it, motion me out. Good.
Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 24.
On first down, it's Scott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Hey, let's go.
Throwing again. Herbert. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before break. Herbert gonna let one fly for Robinson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the pass.
Hey, Charlie.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Lockett. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert gonna let. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. 88 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? You're done.
They'll run with Scott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 45 at the mic. Let's go. Well, no. Easy.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
45 the mic. Watch the slant. Gun. Get him, you got it. Hey, 0. Good touch.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. Going to let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. And give him a gain of 37. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Let's get it. Joker, 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 Joker. Smooth.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. From the gun, Herbert under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Kyle Van Noy make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, Herbert, the quick slant caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about... Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Boston Scott, 99 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 83 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but not them just taking it. Big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Still got 4 down.
Now Wilson throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Yep. 41's the mark.
On 1st down, Herbert toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
56 the mark.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. 41 Mike, right here. 41.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Foxtrot.
You got tight. Right there. 41's the Mike. Let's get it together. 5.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
When you're ready.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's complete to Robinson. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. Flushed out right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
45, Mike, 45.
Yeah, that's what I do.
45 is the Mike.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check three.
To throw again. Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Herbert, and the pressure gets to him again. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
It's 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Herbert, he's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
What? Who it is? Mike 58, right there. Come on. You better bring it.
They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
What? Alert.
Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Yeah. Hey, 0.
Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
I'm going to come back to you. Hey, check Mike 20.
Go out. Hey, Zoo.
Get up.
Watch the set. Get it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The young, incredible.